And a very good afternoon to everybody who's joined us for this year's 2025 Asian Snooker Championship final. We've had plenty of action this week. Seen some excellent snooker being played as the semi-finals concluded this morning. We're down to the final two now. So we have Pankaj Advani from India, multiple world champion in both billiards and snooker. He's up against current professional and former Asia champion and world champion, I believe, Amir Sarkhosh from Iran. It has been a quick turnaround for these matches. As I just mentioned, this morning we did have the semi-finals, both semi-finals. Pankaj playing extremely well. And as you tuned into the stream a bit earlier, we saw Amir Sarkhosh overcome Ali Al-Ubaidli, the home favourite, 4-3. A very close and intense match. And it is a very short format today for this year's final. It is a race to 7. So these early frames are going to be absolutely key to lifting that trophy. Let's just open that pack up a little bit too much. He has got cover from this yellow, or this red over the corner pocket. Pankaj just coming around now to look, see if there's any possibility of a plant, some kind of combination to get this red in the pocket. And early on he finds himself in a sticky situation. He does have these two reds on the black cushion. He could possibly slide off the right hand side cushion, just nestle into the red closest to the cushion. Wouldn't leave anything too easy on for Amir. And I think that the swerve shot around the yellow is just too extreme. Needs to jack his cue really high up here. Just hope for the best. Oh, that's extremely unlucky. Just caught that red slightly too thick. And now it's Amir that's been gifted the early opportunity to take advantage in this match. Now it's just gone wrong. Why I'm there. Amir, I'm not sure if he can get through to any of these reds on the left-hand side of the table. So I may just see another safety exchange between these two. I'm sure Pankaj will be grateful that he's only escaped trailing by 8 points. As I said, it is a best of 7. First player to 4 will lift the trophy. Be crowned this year's Asian Snooker champion. So it may seem some nerves creeping in the early stages of this match, and understandable too. That's very unfortunate for Amir. That was a excellent pot from that position into the middle. Just very unlucky to see that cue ball going into the yellow pocket. Now presents Pankaj with a advantage to the safety exchange. Be looking to get this cue ball to the left side of this table. Needs to avoid the brown. She has done, and that's an excellent shot there from Pankaj. Really applying the pressure on Amir in this first frame. Probably picked the correct shot here. It needs that cue ball to slow down. And that's worked out perfectly for him. Had to be very careful there. He didn't leave any of the other reds along that bottom cushion available to Pankaj. These reds are situated in a very great situation to get a score a high break, I guess. There's no real need to develop any balls or difficult positional shots for these gents. And this is looking very good from Amir. Using that green to cover. all possible escape routes. Now Pankaj is left with a thin clip. This red on the right hand side of the table. Unless he can get through to the bottom of the two. Needs to be careful of this red on the cushion, that he doesn't collide into it on the way back up. Oh, and he's just got away with that. Nicely played there from Pankaj. He does need this cue ball to travel a little bit. Pankaj does have a shot to nothing available. This red just above the black does pass into the left-hand corner pocket. There's no real pressure on this shot either. Yeah, just ensuring he gets a good white. Not presenting Amir with anything too easy to go for. Doesn't look like it's gone very well there for Pankaj. So it is Amir with a second opportunity in this frame. And I must say the reds are looking absolutely perfect. Might be a little bit disappointed with that. Slightly hampered now with the red. But he does have a shot at this pink. He might have this red to the right middle. It's not obviously the red that he's played for. I think he was just so focused and put everything into that pot that just kind of ignored or neglected where the cue ball was going. And this potentially could be another good chance that will go to ace. This is an easy cutback. How's his luck? I think he is on the black to the left middle. I'm quite fortunate with the position there. This is a big final for both, especially for Amir. You know, as I mentioned before, he was former Asian Snooker champion in 2023 and 2022 as well. He's no stranger to a final in this event. He is actually flying to China, I believe, tomorrow. As I mentioned, he's currently on the World Snooker Tour. And he's due to play Ben Williston in the last 64 of, I believe it's the China Open. And that has gone wrong for him. So another golden opportunity gonna miss for Amir. Just looking like he hasn't quite settled in this match. It'll be interesting to see how Pankaj responds. He's just come a little bit short on this black. He's obviously tracking to land straight on it so he can clear this red, as we can see in the shot. Currently obstructing the black to the left hand corner pocket. I must say, out of the two so far, Pankaj is looking most comfortable. Again, I believe he's a 18 times world champion in both snooker and billiards. Has also competed on the World Snooker Tour in past years. So both players are not short of any experience or nerves. Surprising miss there from Pankaj. I think I just cursed him. I think he, from looking so comfortable to missing a fairly simple blue. A very cagey opening frame for us here. Still needs a little bit of work here. I'm not sure if those two reds together on the left hand side, if one of them passes, or both of them pass into the right hand middle pocket. I think he's just the wrong side of this pink. He's checking if the bottom one will pass. Oh, he's got a double. He's eyeing up. It's nicely played there, and he has got the perfect angle on this black to play in behind where he's pointing with his cue. And he won't be too worried about that red on the left-hand cushion by the yellow. He won't be needing that if he's able to take these two reds with colours. He's gone for I'm surprised he actually went from the cannon. So as he's leading by 41 points, he will just need this red and a colour to leave Pankaj with Snooker, and that was a phenomenal shot down the rail. Made that look extremely easy, like it was over the pocket. Yeah, just making sure of the brown. Yeah, quite a good shot there from Amir, sending the red up towards the bulk end. There is only 46 points difference in this frame. 43 available on the table, so Pankaj is only after one snooker, which at the level that these guys play at is not a lot. It's also, this frame is far from over. Where's this cue ball going? It looks... I mean, it's not a terrible win off to have from there. By giving away 4 points, he's actually gained 4 points, as Pankaj would have needed a black with that red. So you see we have 42 points difference. Pankaj now needing 2 snookers in this opening frame. He has left Amir with fairly straightforward swerve. Oh, swerve is not needed. You must remember, Pankaj is a multiple world champion at billiards, so he knows how to control his cue ball. Now, I mean, it has moved that blue away from that cushion, so that has created like a bigger target. Pankaj to hide the cue ball behind. I don't think he'll be too happy with that shot. And Amir will be very happy to see that black go to the side cushion, and he has landed a snooker as well. You see a slight swerve here from Pankaj. He's now clinging on in this frame. Now can Amir get cue ball behind that blue and green target? He wants to make sure he gets as much distance as he can between the cue ball and the red. It's much harder to control both balls when there is distance. And Pankaj does not want to see that disappear. So with that pink disappearing, Pankaj now needs 2 snookers to tie. It has been pretty cagey from both players this opening frame. I don't think it'll be too straightforward to call a winner in this early on. Oh, and a surprising miss there from Amir. Now he needs to be very careful here, because if Pankaj is able to pot this yellow, green is in a great position to land a snooker behind the blue. That's didn't quite get enough swerve on that previous shot. And that is an excellent shot there from Pankaj. Line those 2 balls up almost perfectly in a straight line. Amir will be attempting another swerve. He doesn't want to overdo this. He will go into the pink. He does so. And now we have a normal frame on the cards. And with that pink being struck, Pankaj can now win the frame. 23 points deficit, 25 remaining. The only insurance Amir does have is that black that's still on the right hand side cushion. However, where that pink is situated, it is easy to develop. So this frame is far from safe. And an excellent green there from Amir. Just fantastic long pot in that situation. So Pankaj is back to needing one more snooker to tie. And this is very close to the middle pocket. Pankaj does not want to see that. Oh, can't write it. It was a fantastic effort there from Pankaj. Oh man, does need a big bounce here. This is close to the middle pocket. I think we'll see a dead shot being played here. Maybe Pankaj will use the knuckle to send the cue ball back up towards the blue. Just leave this brown on the... That's quite a smart shot. Now that black is in prime position for a snooker. So we'll need to be careful here. Oh, this looks very well done there for Amir. Judged perfectly. Applying the pressure to Pankaj. Just going to need a little bit of luck here. Excellent return there. Now he doesn't want to see this brown come down too far down the table. Especially with where that black is. Just enough space behind it to get completely welded. And that looks like it's perfect. A fantastic escape there from Amir. And he has left this a little bit awkward. It's not a clear safety shot. I'm wondering if Pankaj can clip this brown thin enough to play off the bulk cushion first, swing it off 2 to 3 cushions, come in behind this black ball again. That is the target. I think it's just under hit that slightly. wonder if Amir is going to try and stun in behind this black ball. Send the brown off 3 cushions. Somewhere along the... Yeah, he's just not got into that enough. Ended up being like a half drag shot. Again, Pankaj does have another opportunity here to come in behind the black. Let's go side cushion first. And that is looking very good. What an unbelievable shot there from Pankaj. I think the cue ball does fit through this gap. The side cushions, so this may have been a bit unfortunate there with the snooker. An excellent attempt nonetheless. I think we'll see Pankaj trying to screw back off the black cushion. And he wants to be careful this brown doesn't go into the yellow pocket. It's going to be close. Ah, and the cue ball's in as well. And that's frame conceded, so the opening frame does go to Amir. Takes the advantage in this final. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. For those of you who have just joined us, this is the final of this year's Asian Snooker Championship, hosted in Doha, in Qatar. See an interesting opening frame here. Amir looked like he was running away, about to win that convincingly, and Pankaj somehow found his way back into the match. Into the frame, should I say. Just made things slightly more difficult for Amir to take the leading frame. It was a very interesting double to attempt there. I think he knew he would be leaving this red to the right-hand centre pocket. And I think with Amir taking that first frame on the board, he'll be feeling quite settled in this match. It is a short sprint today, best of 7. First player to 4 frames will lift that trophy. So this second frame will be huge for both players. Another excellent shot there from Pankaj. Tracking that bulk cushion. Amir will have to open these up slightly. He doesn't want to see a red go over the corner pocket. I think he'll be quite happy with that outcome. Now, will Amir be tempted by this red that slipped out? Was right, he is eyeing it up. He does have a clear path back to the blue or bulk colours. I think he's just hasn't got away with it, but he's not left Pankaj with a straightforward opener. The reds again are situated very nice. Only problem being is the pink and black. They're close to each other. Getting them on their spot will require some work. There's a chance Pankaj could land. It's been a bit unfortunate there. Just catching that near jaw. He has presented Amir with a fairly straightforward red with the rest. Doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball here. I think he'd be looking to land as soon as he can onto this red, just to the left of the black. From there it wouldn't be too difficult to get the pink or the black back on its spot. Oh, where's that cue? That cue was close. Just avoided the in-off. And it does look like the balls are going his way in this match. And he needs his cue ball to slow up. It's nicely controlled there from Amir, using that second red to kill the pace of the cue ball. We might see him try to force an angle here. Play like a stun run through, going between the cluster of reds and the pink and black. Looking for that kind of result. He's gone a different way, but he's still managed to find himself on that red. Just didn't like the look of that angle to hold for the pink. You'll need one or two recovery shots here just to get back in control of the break. Oh, and he's just thrown his arm at that. Just a bit of tension creeping in. I'm wondering if Pankaj will try and land on this black. If he gets close enough to the black cushion, may be able to just slip past the pink and... Now Pankaj will probably just try a bit harder to get position on the blue here. I think the break would be a little bit more straightforward if he was to get that back on its spot. That's been played perfectly. Now there aren't that many points difference in this frame, so I have a feeling Pankaj will be happy to leave the pink and the black alone. Just work the blue. We may need to try and cannon this cluster of 4 reds at some point. He's played that very, very well. Nicely controlled there. Maybe tempted to use this red on the side cushion to slow the pace of the cue ball. Keep it in the scoring area. Now, probably the most important shot of the break. Cue ball's not quite come away from the cushion there, so it's just made this shot a little bit more difficult. That's nicely played, well controlled for the pink there. I don't think the pink spot is occupied. And now all of a sudden, this frame looks wide open for Pankaj to level up the match. He doesn't want to be hampered on this red. He's been quite unfortunate there. It has been, up until now, a very well constructed break. He's removed the difficult reds. That's very well done. Just checking if these two reds to the right of the pink, if they're a plant into this right hand corner pocket. It would make things slightly easier if they were. So I'm not sure if those two are potable into any other pocket. Now, can he see enough of this red into the middle? It looks like he can. Why not? Not quite come far enough for this red. He's just made this pot a little bit more difficult. Pankaj still does need two reds and two colours to secure this frame. Yeah, it's nicely played, well controlled. Very unexpected miss there from Pankaj. I don't think he's left any pots on. We'll probably see a safety shot here from Amir. Sending the cue ball into the bulk, somewhere behind Oh, okay, he's just played the containing shot, making sure Pankaj doesn't have a pot on. I think that was a little bit of an error there from Amir. I think he did have an option to put some distance between the cue ball and the reds, just as Pankaj has done right now, and I think this is gonna slip past the brown. Now he's found himself in trouble. It's always the problem when you play a containing safety shot. You're always giving your opponent the advantage to put you in trouble. That's nicely played there by Amir. I think we're going to be seeing a few repeated shots here. Also seeing these reds edge slightly closer and closer to the black. Now this is rainbow. Not easy. Pankaj will need to trust his cueing. I think someone's just moved in the audience there. Luckily he doesn't need to do anything with the cue ball, with the black hanging over the corner pocket. That's very well played there from Pankaj. With this black disappearing, there will be snookers required from Amir. I don't think we'll be seeing him come out from his chair. As we level up the score, being one apiece. This match has now turned into a best of 5 for the championship. So don't go anywhere. Stay with us. Plenty more intense frames to come. As a reminder, we do have the Asian Ladies Championship happening, and the under-21s also. They're still ongoing. All information about those events are on the qbsf.qa website. It was very well played there from Pankaj. We'll be right back. Join us shortly. Welcome back, everybody. Frame 3 of this year's final. Currently 1 apiece. We have seen 2 frames that could have gone either way. Nobody's really fully dominated in this final as of yet. And it is a quick sprint today, so these players don't want to be hanging around too much. We won't have any time to play their way into the match. We need to hit the ground running. That's a lovely safety shot there from Pankaj. Open the reds up nicely. He has covered the black. Amir will need to be quite accurate with his safety. Just a roll up behind this red. He doesn't want to leave this red as closest to the left-hand corner pocket. That would be a fairly easy opening ball for Pankaj. Do suspect we'll be seeing this go back. That looks like it's reached, and that's very well played there from Amir. Hasn't left anything out. It's not a very straightforward safety. Pankaj does have a shot to nothing here on this red to the right hand side of the pink. I think he added just a little bit too much safety in mind for that shot. Now needs to be careful with this roll up to whichever colour he decides to use. And did touch. He hasn't quite got the cue ball where he wanted. I'm not sure if Amir can actually see any red. It is very close. Referee keeping a close eye on this. Yellow to see if it will move. Oh, and Amir's done it remarkably well there to avoid a kiss on the red. I'll be very happy to see that cue ball in the bulk end. Again, there's not a straightforward safety, just a thin clip. He's sending the cue ball to the area where it is now. Just call that slightly thick. Gonna take some pace out of the cue ball. Now will Amir be tempted by a long red? And that was a remarkable cue in there from Amir. I'm wondering if he'll be tempted by this yellow to the middle. Not an easy shot by all means. Then it may just be a little bit too risky at this point in the match, given where the reds are situated. Now he needs a little bit of luck here. So that red to stay glued to that cushion, which it has done. I think Pankaj would be very happy with that outcome. It was a very interesting shot choice there from Amir. Could have dug down and just stunned into that red. Sent it back down the table. If this sort of play does continue, I suspect we'll see a re-rack. I don't think any player will want to take a risk of leaving this red on. Pankaj has made the requests and they've agreed to the re-rec. Both players showing that they don't want to take any unnecessary risks. Give their opponent a chance. So we'll have the scores reset and the balls reset. Like I said before, I thought it was a very strange shot that Amir did play, just rolling up to that red on the cushion. He quite easily could have stunned it around the angles. Applied a bit more pressure on Pankaj there. We go, frame 3, about to get underway for the second time. I don't think that cue ball's come far enough. I can't get through to this red. Towards the left-hand corner pocket. Let's see what kind of mood he's in. He's going to decide to attack the game. Apply some pressure on him here. I think they're having a slight issue with one of the screens in the arena. Referee's just trying to get that arranged to be fixed. Another excellent containing shot there from Pankaj. I did think that was slightly risky. If he just caught the wrong red, he would have left this red to the left-hand corner pocket. He had full belief in his capabilities. As he should. Now Pankaj will need to be careful here. It's quite a large target. It's a possibility he could leave the red onto the right hand side. He hasn't done. Very well played there. Amir seeking coverage from that green. She has done. He has left this red to the left-hand corner pocket. From previous shots, I'm not sure we'll see Pankaj attempt it. Both players being extremely cautious at this stage of the match. Understandably. There we have it. The first error of the frame here. Amir just checking if the black passes into the left-hand corner pocket. And if it does, I think we'll be seeing advantage. The young Iranian. You're getting the swan neck out. Bridging over full extent of the pack. Now I'm wondering if he's tried to play for the pink into the middle or if this black does pass. Red does look very tight. Does like the look of it, so I think we'll see another safety exchange.
Amir, Sarkhosh, 1.
How has that gone wrong? Pankaj has just got away with that slightly. Already plays just covered the other one for a potential cutback, but oh no, this goes. Just caught that a little bit too thick. Just seeing signs of nerves creeping into Amir's game. Doesn't look fully settled, despite it being the third frame. Now that... Oh, how has the cue ball stayed out there? I thought that was a dead set to go into the pocket. Yeah, feeling like he's just got away with that. And I don't see an obvious safety shot from there. So we may see these reds being opened up. Now this game's gone rather... I wouldn't say negative, just very defensive. A lot at stake for both of these players. Returning home with a winner's trophy will see them both rewarded by the governing bodies. It's an opportunity not to be missed. With a touching ball, so they'll be seeking to get behind this yellow if he can, but I think he has left a thin cut to the middle of this red. I don't know if Pankaj will be tempted. Yeah, an excellent shot there from Pankaj. Looks like he's tight up against that yellow. And Amir's going to be looking to find a route into the cluster of reds. He does have quite a large target there. May need to use 4 cushions here. Wants to be careful he doesn't overshoot it or under hit. No, that didn't quite go to plan. I think he has got away with it. Pankaj does have a red. It's a right middle. I think he will be tempted by just to roll through for the pink. Quite a way off there from Pankaj. Both players haven't really gone for any pots or at least attempted a shot, so I think that miss there by Pankaj was understandable. And that is not ideal for Amir. Quite boisterous attempt. May have been out of pure frustration. Has left Pankaj right down the cushion. Doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball. The blue is nearby. And that's nicely played there by Pankaj. And these reds are situated pretty nicely. The black does only go into the left-hand corner pocket, so be working out pathway. Yeah, and that's nicely played there. I think this red closest to the corner pocket on the right hand side of the table was absolutely key to get the black back on its spot. It looks like he's landed a little bit low. He may be tempted. It's just cannon in the pack softly. He'll still be on the red closest to the cue ball. He will open the reds up. He's played that perfectly. Now it's a huge opportunity for Pankaj to take the lead in this final.
35. 36.
Just call that red.
43.
The screwback is just kind of hampered those cluster of 4 or 5 reds together.
44.
I must say he's looking very, very comfortable at the table now. Just come around, see if that middle of the 3 reds goes to the centre pocket. If he's able to avoid cannoning the cluster, he will do so.
52.
It looks like it does go. It looks to be absolutely perfect on this red.
59.
Just needs to stun across for the black. That's nicely done there. He will need another red after this black. Black will put him 66 in front with 67 available. And that cannon was played perfectly.
67. 68.
Now I'm wondering if Amir will be regretting that safety shot he played in the previous frame, which ultimately led to the re-rack. But he did also play an out of character long shot.
81. 82.
That's nicely played there by Pankaj. Lucky to be hampered by the yellow. I don't think he'll mind too much, knowing that the frame is secure. Then we have it to 1 advantage to Pankaj. We'll be right back for the full frame. Good afternoon, welcome back everybody. Frame 4 of this year's 2025 World Asian Snooker Championship, sorry. With Pankaj Advani taking the lead with an impressive frame winning break in the previous frame. It was an interesting frame because it looked very negative and defensive for the first portion of it, and out of nowhere, Amir Sarkhosh went for a testing long shot and gifted Pankaj with a frame winning opportunity, which he took hold of. I'll say throughout the match, Pankaj's safety's been world class, really. Now he has a fantastic career in billiards, so he knows a thing or two about cue ball control. But I can't actually recall him playing a bad safety shot in this match so far. Lovely opening red there by Pankaj. He needs his cue ball to slow down, which it has done. He does have a choice of bulk colours to play on. I think the plan of action here would be to get onto the loose red that's to the right hand side of the pack. So then eventually leave yourself a high blue to get that cluster of, well, to get the pack of reds wide open. You may just decide to use the black ball to do that. It's nicely played there. Yeah, it just looked like he lifted up his head slightly as he struck that. Didn't quite go through the cue ball as he intended. Still does have this red to the middle. Screw back off the side cushion for a high blue. looks like a great angle to get these reds open now. This is a big shot. Just got a little bit too much screw back on that. Red has made its way down to the black cushion. So he's been quite fortunate there. He'll definitely take it. He's cued that brilliantly. Now he's walking around the table in a different manner. Oozing with confidence. Previous frame would have put him in that position. It was a very well constructed break. I'm sure Amir's going to be wondering what he needs to do to get himself back into this match.
Before.
It's nicely played. I'm not sure if he's too high on this black. He intended to leave his cue ball there. He's going to have to stretch. He's going to need to play this a lot of screw back and left hand side to hold for that bottom red in the pack. Yeah, he's just caught that a little bit too thick. I'm not sure if this red passes. Black into the corner, it doesn't. Amir is going to be playing safe here. Yeah, Amir just looking at getting that cue ball to the left hand side of the table. Playing the figure of 8 shot. He did not want to catch that blue on the way back. And he may have just left Pankaj a shot to nothing here. With the black ball over the left hand corner pocket. They won't need to do anything with the cue ball, just focus 100% on the pot. And that is fantastic cue in there from Pankaj. Cue to a real authority. Already commanding a 40-point advantage in this fourth frame. With where the reds are situated, I think we may not see Amir coming back from his chair. And somehow it's just gone wrong there.
8.
That's very, very unlucky to go into that small cluster and not leave yourself a single shot. I don't feel we had to go into them. There were a couple of options available for him to play on.
Pankaj 1, 8.
I think Pankaj would be very, very disappointed with that visit, considering how well we queued the opening red. And now Amir clutching at straws. And it looks like he's almost trying to force his opportunities in this match. Yeah, we're just seeing a little bit of... Hang on, this red is very, very close to this corner pocket. That is an incredible stroke of luck for him here. I think he just played that shot out of pure frustration. It's almost like Pankaj was slow cooking him. I think he's just decided to go for an all-out attack. Oh no. I cannot believe it. Amir's just fouled. He hadn't actually touched the blue. And now he's ended up snookered. Managed to land on that red. Got himself out of trouble there. Does look like a touching ball though. I think we'll see Amir right back exactly where he was. Now, I'm not sure if this top red does pass. He's asked for the long rest. So we'll be attempting the bottom of the two reds. Black and pink are fairly open. That is nicely done. So with this pink disappearing, or the black, shall I say, it will be 55 points in front with 57 remaining. So red and colour needed. Left himself a shot to nothing here. Excellent boys, just chipping away at this frame, Pankaj. This blue will leave Amir requiring snookers. Now, as he tripled it, I don't think he'll be too disappointed with that. It does require one snooker. Doesn't have the most straightforward safety shot to play here. I do think he may be tempted in going for this. Yeah, see the frustrations just purely coming out now. Gaja's chipped away at him. And with that red disappearing, I don't think we will see Amir returning to the table. And it will be 3-1 to Pankaj Advani. And he will be one more frame needed to lift that trophy. Be this year's Asian snooker champion. Is it going to reach? Just looked like it had a little bit of a turn there as it approached the pocket. He did hit that miles too soft, but it still seemed surprised that it didn't drop. Now Amir will need 2 blacks with 2 reds to give himself half a chance. He's secretly seeking to try and force a free ball off this last red. So there we have it. Pankaj commanding a 48-point lead, 35 remaining, so that is 4 snookers required. And it will be a difficult task because Pankaj knows a thing or two about billiards. He knows exactly where that cue ball's going. Black and the blue are in a good position, as well as the brown. It wouldn't be too difficult to lay the snookers, as he has done there. It's quite a clever shot, because if Pankaj does miss this red, he will be leaving a free ball. He's just played an excellent escape there. But now can Amir get Pankaj in him tight behind this yellow? I think there is a gap to the red. He's opted for a different way, surprisingly. And that is a stroke of luck. Edge. Cue ball needs to keep rolling. Just landed short. Pankaj does need to be careful here because where those 3 bolt colours are situated, it is quite a large target for Amir to get his cue ball behind. And he will know that. He's going to need to try and force Amir to pot this red. Clever shot there. An excellent shot there from Pankaj. A little 2-in-1 attempt. Knowing his cue ball would be going into the bolt colours should he miss. Excellent hit there by Amir. I think he has left a thin cut on. Pankaj will be taking this on. Once that red does disappear, I'm sure we'll see a nod from Amir to concede the frame. Now I'm sure these two players are feeling very different at the moment with their games. Amir hasn't quite settled in this match from what we've seen, which is a shame because he's played excellent all tournament. Pankaj has maintained that consistency throughout, and he will be one frame away from the title. And we'll be back shortly, so don't go anywhere.
Pankaj, Advani, 14.
Apologies for the delay in coming back to you. Had some minor issues with the microphone there, but it's all been resolved now. As we see, Pankaj is now presented with another opportunity to see this match out. A tricky black down the cushion here. That's just wobbled in. We'll be delighted to see that black drop. I think he's got an excellent opportunity here just to land low on this black and get those remaining 8 reds open. Good screw back off them. Come across the table for the 3 reds to the left hand side. I think he's just fallen a little bit short there. It's okay, he's got an option of reds to play onto. There's just some movement there in the audience. Just slightly distracted Pankaj. Doesn't look too pleased. Hopefully it hasn't distracted him too much. Why is that red just wobbles in? Still shaking his head in disapproval of the timing of that entry. Now he's got the perfect angle here. Do you suspect the way he's feeling and the way he's playing, he will open these reds. He may have just had a little bit too much side on that. Don't think that red at the top of the cluster passes. Let's just check and see if this red passes the pack into the left hand corner pocket. Can play this with an element of safety. It's not the easiest shot. He needs that cue ball to slow down, which it has done. That's an excellent recovery shot there by Pankaj.
45.
I must say, considering how Pankaj did start the match, he is looking like a completely different player. He's really grown into the match. Amir's just showing signs of frustration at times with his shot selection.
43.
I wonder if he will open this pack. Attempt to finish the job off in this visit. He's played the sensible option. Probably the right shot. Doesn't want to risk Amir coming back into the frame. Gaining confidence. Wants to keep applying that pressure. So now with a 59-point lead. It's red and pink. Take him 66 ahead. He still will need another red and colour. He needs that red to bounce off and it hasn't gone right. Yeah, see, this was the problem. I think when he had the opportunity to go into the pack from that low black, he wouldn't have been faced with this problem he has now. However, he is still commanding a fantastic lead in this frame. With one red safe, he should be the favourite to take this frame and title. He's just checking if he can just drop this in. Might be some space between the red and the cushion. However, I think we'll see a sensible safety shot here. If you can get a snooker behind this yellow as well, that would even be salt added to the wounds. That's a nice shot there from him. He's forcing Pankaj to get these reds open. We need to be careful he doesn't cannon into any bulk colours on the way up. Now, will Amir be tempted by this long red? I'm wondering if there's two reds below the pink, if they're a plant into the corner pocket. I don't know if Amir's had a look. Played quite a risky safety shot to nothing. He needs a cannon. Will he be tempted? I don't think he actually needs to go for this brown, actually. I think there's still 67 points on the table. There's no safe reds. I think the snooker would be just as much a sensible option. It's an excellent pot there from Amir. Clinging on to the match. Been unfortunate where the cue ball has landed. I think he'll want to avoid another safety battle at this point in the match. I'm struggling to see where he would get his next colour from. He needs to rely on a little bit of luck. And that is yet again another excellent pot under pressure. Cue ball's just run on slightly, but it is okay. He can still take this into the corner pocket. And what a clearance this would be. So there's 55 points difference now. There's 59 available on the table. If Amir takes this with the blue, he will only be able to take one more pink. He's still okay. He still has this red next to the black. Red's not in too much of a difficult position. He's still able to take one pink with any of these reds and still win the frame. Starting to detect a little bit of movement. As he's striking the shot. Understandable, there is pressure on this clearance. Each shot is bigger than the last. Again, there's some movement in the crowd. He's just up very, very quickly on that shot. Nerves are creeping in. Just overhit that slightly. He's going to need to use the rest. And extension. Looks absolutely perfect there. He's got great angle. Now it's come up for the yellow. We should have a standard colour clearance. Something these guys practice very, very often. I think he's overrun that slightly. Needs that cue ball to slow down. Yeah, there's just a bit too much tension in his stroke at the moment. Understandable as well. Pankaj has applied an immense amount of pressure on him throughout the match. With that foul and the concession, we have Pankaj Advani, your 2025 Asian Snooker Champion. Congratulations to both players. Thank you to everyone tuning in. We'll see you again next time.
الله الرحمن الرحيم. أصحاب السعادة والسادة، الحضور الكرام، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ها هي الدوحة عاصمة الرياضة العالمية، تحتضن القارة الآسيوية في بطولة آسيا للسنوكر قطر 2025 للرجال والسيدات والناشئين، والتي يستضيفها الاتحاد القطري لألعاب البلياردو حتى 21 من فبراير الجاري، بمشاركة أبرز المصنفين والمصنفات عالميا، حيث يشارك في سلسلة البطولات 87 لاعبا ولاعبة يمثلون 21 دولة. وهذا ما شاهدناه من إثارة وندية، فحيث أنهم أو جميعهم يبحثون عن إنجاز قاري جديد وصناعة تحد آسيوي مليء بالإثارة والمتعة. الحضور الكرام، لا يفوتنا في الاتحاد القطري واللجنة المنظمة أن نتقدم بجزيل الشكر وخالص الامتنان للاتحاد الآسيوي لألعاب البلياردو ووزارة الرياضة والشباب على دعمهم اللامحدود لكل ما يتعلق بالبطولة. والشكر موصول أيضا إلى جميع الشركاء ورعاة البطولة، شركة وياركا وشركة أرامات وشركة GWC وشركة هانسوير وفندق شتيغنبورغر على مساهمتهم الفعالة في إنجاح هذا الحدث القاري الكبير، متمنين أن يكونوا ضيوفنا قد استمتعوا بوقتهم في الدوحة. الحضور الكرام، قبل البدء بمراسم التتويج يسرنا أن ندعو السيد محمد سالم النعيمي رئيس الاتحاد الآسيوي لألعاب البلياردو وذلك لتكريم السيد تشاو رئيس شركة جو بليارد الراعي الرسمي للاتحاد الآسيوي في لعبة الهيبول. شكرا. Thank you Mr. تشاو. كما ندعو السيد محمد النعيمي للبقاء في المنصة لتكريم اللاعب الحاصل على جائزة أفضل أو لتكريم اللاعب محمد عاصف من باكستان، والذي سجل 137 نقطة في هذه البطولة. حضورنا الكرام، قبل مراسم التتويج دعونا نستذكر وإياكم أبرز ما دار في الأيام الماضية من منافسات وإثارة في هذه البطولة الأولى.
بداية أحب أوجه الشكر الجزيل للاتحاد الآسيوي لألعاب البلياردو على الثقة اللي أولاها الاتحاد القطري لتنظيم بطولة آسيا للرجال. اليوم كاتحاد قطري إحنا ننظم بطولة على مستوى عالي بشهادة الجميع. الحمد لله هناك رجال اشتغلوا يعني وكافحت حتى نظهر بالصورة المطلوبة للبطولة. كما أوجه الشكر الجزيل للرعاة اللي ساهموا في رعاية البطولة، وهناك أيضا عدد كبير من الدول المشاركة في بطولة آسيا الحمد لله بشكل كبير، وهناك أبطال.
أنا يعني هنا أحب أقول لك شيء، يعني القطريين لهم باع طويل في إقامة البطولات في أوروبا، إنه قدموا لي الدعوة هذه ويعملوا الدعوة دائما وأبدا.
كما أحب أهنئ الفائزين في البطولة هذه وأقول هبدأ لما حلكم الحق للمرافقات بإذن الله.
إذا كانت هذه مجموعة من اللقطات والذكريات الخاصة بهذه البطولة الأولى، متمنين التوفيق للجميع فيما تبقى من بطولتين، سواء كانت للسيدات وكذلك للناشئين. أما الآن حضورنا الكرام نبدأ مراسم التتويج، لذا ندعو اللاعبين الفائزين بالمراكز الثلاثة الأولى. كما يسعدنا أن ندعو السيد علم قير نائب رئيس الاتحاد الآسيوي لألعاب البلياردو لتكريم أصحاب المركز الثالث. حصل على المركز الثالث اللاعب علي العبيدلي من قطر، وكذلك جيم يو كيو من هونغ كونغ الصين. شكرا للسيد علم قير. ثانك يو. كما ندعو الآن السيد محمد مبارك الرمزاني رئيس الاتحاد القطري لألعاب البلياردو لتكريم صاحب المركز الثاني. حصل على المركز الثاني اللاعب أمير سرخوش من إيران.
نحن حضور الطلول والصدى ومعجزات بعدها ننتشى فينا طيور ثائرة كاسرة.
شكرا للسيد محمد مبارك الرمزاني. أما الآن حضورنا الكرام ندعو السيد محمد سالم النعيمي رئيس الاتحاد الآسيوي لألعاب البلياردو لتكريم صاحب المركز الأول.
حياتنا لأجلنا الأرض تهتف الحياة حياتنا لأجلنا الأرض تهتف وحبنا صادق سبق طارق لا.
حصل على المركز الأول اللاعب بانكاج أدفاني من الهند.
أتدري ما معنى الهدف؟ والحياة تعترف فينا أكيد تعترف ولا أتدري ما معنى الهدف؟ هو الحياة تعترف فينا أخيرا تعترف ولا شباك تدوم أن ننطلق فينا يلف ولا شباك حولنا لا شباك لا تخاف
لأخذ صورة تذكارية مع الأبطال المتوجين.
سالم